Hi, welcome to Alamance County Public Library's Notebook Paper Origami program. My name is Miss Tampa, and today I'll be teaching you how to make a paper ball, also known as a water bomb or a paper balloon. Since you will need to blow this project up with your mouth, make sure that you're washing your hands thoroughly before you get started, and try to use a fresh piece of paper that no one else has used before to fold this project. Okay, let's get started. Okay, once again, I will be folding this upside down so you can follow the pattern more easily. So this is your top and this is your bottom. We'll start by making this rectangular piece of paper into a square. So we will fold this edge over to this edge. Take this corner and fold it over and line it up from top to bottom, or make this edge line up from top to bottom with the other edge. Once you have them lined up, press that diagonal crease down. Press this nice and sharp because we will be using this fold later in our project. Now turn the paper over and pull the bottom up. And your fold should actually line up with this edge of the paper beneath it. Make this fold extremely sharp because we will use this fold to tear our paper, and the weaker the paper is, the better our tear will be. Turn it over, flip that fold over, and pinch that paper and drag your finger and thumb across that. Do that one more time. Use your fingernails if you need to, just to weaken that edge really nicely. You can also use a pair of scissors to cut this piece of paper off along this line, but I did want to show you that you can make this paper into a square without any other tools other than just folds. So hold both sides of the paper pretty taut as you're pulling, and if you do, the tear should be pretty clean. All right, there we go. Now you have a square. Now, we already have one diagonal fold there. So we'll make another diagonal fold by taking this point that already has the fold in it and folding it down to meet this point here. Line up your corners and then fold and make your crease nice and sharp. Once you're done, you can open that up again. And you should notice that your folds are pointing downward, which is making your paper want to point upward, or your edges of your paper point upward. That's important. We're going to fold in the opposite direction now to make our cross folds. So let's flip this paper over. So now all of your folds are kind of pointing upward like a little pyramid. Let's press all that down, and we're going to fold this paper in half by taking this edge and folding it over to meet this edge. So let's take this edge and we'll fold it over, line up your corners, And then fold your crease, make it sharp. Open that up. And now we'll take this edge and fold it down to meet that edge. Again, lining up your corners and making your creases, or your crease, nice and sharp. Now, open that up, and you'll notice that your diagonal folds are pointing upward. Those are mountain folds because they're pointing up like mountains. And then your cross folds are pointing downward. And that's a valley fold when your fold points downward. So put your thumb right there where those cross folds are, and your bottom fingers should be positioned in this way. Push your bottom fingers up a little bit, and you'll notice that by pushing up, you've kind of made a little pyramid shape. Now you can sort of pinch those cross folds in like this, and you'll notice that you're kind of creating a triangle. Let that triangle form and press it down. And you've done a cool little squash fold. So let's fold this in half just to make our center guideline easier to see. So there's our center guideline. We're going to use it to fold this edge into position. So we're going to take this bottom edge and fold it up to the center guideline and make a triangle, a smaller triangle. We'll do the same thing on this side. Take this edge and fold it up to meet the center guideline. To make another triangle together, they make a little square in the middle of our triangle. Let's turn it over. Do the same thing on this side. Take this edge and bring it up to meet the center guideline. Now take this edge, bring it up to meet the center guideline. And again, I'm a broken record, but make sure your creases are nice and sharp. Okay, so now that we've done that, you'll notice that these little flippy parts up top are not facing you. They should be facing you. So turn it around so your view is like that. So now we'll take this corner and bring it in to meet this center line. Just one of the flippy parts. Leave that down there. So we'll just take this top one and bring it in to meet the center of this guideline. And press your crease down nice and sharp. And you've made a little triangle there. Now we'll take this little flap, take the corner of it, and again, fold it inward to meet the center of that guideline. And you'll use that other point to show you how to position it. They should be nose to nose, basically. Like that. Make your creases nice and sharp. Now turn it over. Make sure that these flippy parts are still facing you when you flip it over. Now take this corner, fold it to the center just like you did on the other side. Use this fold to line up this fold. If it doesn't line up perfectly, that's fine, but it's a good guideline. Same on this side. Take this corner, fold it to the center, nose to nose with your other corner on the other side. And there is your final product with those 2 folds. Not your final product for this project, though. We have a ways to go, or a little ways to go. So these flippy bits that are pointing toward you, we're going to fold them down. So I think we'll do this one at a time. So take this edge of this flippy part and fold it down to meet this edge. We're basically going to make a smaller triangle by folding it in half and having it meet that little line. So it should look like that now. Hopefully you can see that. Now we'll take that smaller triangle and fold it along this line. Like that. And unfold it. And now we'll take this triangle and look right here and find this little pocket. You are going to take this little triangle and fold it into this little pocket. Might be hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing, but hopefully you'll get the idea. So I'm kind of putting that in the pocket there. And once I'm done, that's what it looks like. I'll do the same on this side. Take this edge and bring it down to that little guideline, like that. Now, take this little triangle you just made and fold it over using this line as your guideline for your fold. Press your crease nice and sharp. Now open up that fold. Again, look for the little pocket in this little triangle. Once you find it, fold this triangle in and tuck it into that pocket. So that's what it should look like on this side when you're done. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Take this flap, fold it up, fold this edge over to meet this edge. Oops. Now, use this line as a guideline to fold this over, this triangle over, like that. Now, push that back out, find your pocket. Once you find the pocket, fold your little triangle in there. One more time. Hopefully you're used to this by now and you don't actually need my help, but I will go through the motions and tell you exactly what I'm doing once again. Take this guideline, or take this edge, fold it over to meet this edge. Now that you have your tiny little triangle, fold it over using this as a guideline. Unfold that. Find your pocket and your other triangle. Once you find that, tuck that tiny triangle in there. All right, and guess what? You are done folding. You'll notice that, or if you pick it up, you'll notice that the point that is facing you is a closed point. But if you turn it over to the other side and kind of open it a little bit, there is a little bitty hole right there. That is where we will be inflating our paper balloon. Let me show you how. Okay, now that you've folded your balloon, we need to inflate it. So start, so it's flat like this, turn it this way, take your hands and put it on either side very loosely, and put that, that hole I was talking about up to your lips and blow. And as you're blowing, gently pull this apart to help with the inflation. And there you go. You've got yourself a paper ball that you can safely kick around the house without doing any damage. I hope you enjoy this project as much as I did. See ya!